Hello, my name is Peter Harrison. I'm a graduate student at SNU. I'm a member of the Graduate School of International Studies. I'm starting my first semester at SNU in March 2021. I'm primarily applying for Global Scholarship 1 with secondary consideration for Global Scholarships 2 and 3. The reason I'm applying is that with the first scholarship, I'll be able to not have to have a part-time job while I'm studying at SNU. If I do have a part-time job, it would take away the time I could be studying or devoting to other things in Korea. Without the job, I would be able to take more advantage of the opportunities at SNU in Seoul or within Korea itself. Also, I would be able to do internships or other things in other parts of the world during winter or summer breaks like this. Again, my name is Peter Harrison. I'm from a small town in North Carolina in the U.S. In 2017, I graduated from North Carolina State University with 2 degrees. I had 2 majors. One was international studies with a concentration in international politics. The other was biological sciences with a concentration in human biology. I also had a minor in Spanish. While I was at North Carolina State University, I did very well and got good grades while at the same time taking advantage of all the opportunities available. The first thing I did was I was able to study abroad 2 times while I was at North Carolina State. First, I studied abroad in Peru, where I got to practice my Spanish and learn even more Spanish, while also meeting people in Peru and creating connections there. Second, I studied abroad in SNU itself, in Seoul. This is where I first met SNU, and I liked it so much, I decided while I was there that I would have to do my master's degree here, which is what, thankfully, I get to start next year. While I was there, I met people from all over the world who came to SNU because it's such a prestigious and nice university. And by meeting all these people, I was able to form connections and build relationships that then I could talk to those people about what goes on in their country or their view and perspective on international relations. And I was able to interconnect that with the classes I was taking at North Carolina State or at SNU at the time. After I studied abroad at SNU, I was planning to go back to North Carolina and just do 1 year of classes and then graduate. But suddenly in the summer after that, in 2016, I got a phone call. I had applied for an internship at the Department of State in Washington, D.C. They called me and told me that I got it. I was selected out of 2,000 applicants, and I was the only one picked in the whole country. So I was very proud of that, and I moved up to Washington, D.C., where I got to work in the State Department directly with the Secretary of State. His office was just down the hall from mine, and I got to see him every day. Our office was in charge of the communications between the Department of State and the White House. So I was going back and forth between the White House very often. After that, I came back to North Carolina, where I was able to finally finish my degree and my degrees, and then immediately after that, I moved to Korea, where I have been an English teacher for 3 years. Now it's finally time for me to get back to studying and start my master's degree. Part of studying at North Carolina State, I realized that I'm a very self-motivated person. I work hard because I want to help people, and at the same time, I want to push myself. This makes me a very productive and efficient worker. If you noticed, I was able to pack in 2 degrees, 1 minor, 2 studies abroad, 1 internship for a semester, all while maintaining high marks and a good GPA, and graduate within 4 years. Each semester at North Carolina State, I took many more classes than are allowed, and each semester I had to have a meeting with the dean of the colleges to explain to them why I needed to do it. No one thought I could graduate in 4 years, but I was set on it and I met my goal. In terms of goals, after I finish my master's degree, my goal is to work with the Department of State in the U.S., either in Washington, D.C., and an embassy abroad, or specifically in the Korean embassy. In Washington, D.C., I can work at the East Asian Pacific desk, and specifically within that, the South Korean desk. And in embassies abroad, I'm thinking of being a foreign service officer that would get assigned to an embassy abroad representing the U.S. interests. And thirdly, I could work at the U.S. Embassy in Korea. Having experience in Korea and knowing people at the State Department, while at the same time having learned a lot of Korean, I think I would be a valuable asset to them. Again, I want to thank you for considering me for the scholarship, and I very, very much look forward to starting my classes at SNU. Thank you.